What do you typically do on a Friday on your day off?
So usually try and catch up on some much well-needed rest.
Okay.
But in my spare time, I do competitive precision long-range shooting.
Cool.
So if you've heard of like the PRS or the NRL, I shoot for a company down in Ohio, and I'm usually on Fridays, if I'm not stuck at the reloading bench, I'm usually somewhere traveling, getting ready for a 2-day match, or out practicing in some of the places out here in Rochester. But yeah, I do a lot of competitive long gun stuff, so that keeps me really busy.
What caliber, what distance, or like what discipline?
Yeah, so if anyone were to do a search for PRS or the Precision Rifle series, I mean, you'll see it's all kind of, it's like 3-gun but with a bolt gun. Mm-hmm. So there's usually a course of 10 to 20 stages that you can shoot depending on what level the match is.
Yeah.
But normally you have an array of targets out at a distance ranging from 400 to 1,200 yards.
Very cool.
So a lot of it's really big into the custom rifle game. I shoot a 6BR, which is a 243 projectile, and then I call it the six Big Richard. I mean, it's kind of small, but it's really a 308 neck down to fit a 6mm projectile. So very, very heavy gun, low recoiling. It's really all kind of gaming the way you shoot.
Yeah.
So what sort of bullet weights are you probably like 100s or 105s?
Yeah, so I'm shooting 112s right now, 112 grains. I shoot the Barnes now because after this whole resurgence of not being able to find components or box loaded ammunition the past couple of years, like I used to shoot the Burgers, but evidently they're going towards making their own box ammunition now, so I can't really find a lot of Burgers. So I switched to the Barnes 112 match burners, and they're killer.
Are those solid copper or like some sort of? Okay.
Yeah, so they're the boat tail hollow points. Yeah. And I love them because when I used to shoot more of my 308, I used to get the Black Hills, factory loaded ammunition, and those things just shot lights out. But rifle components right now, it's the last match I shot was in Massachusetts back in March, and I was freezing my ass off out there. But it's just components; it's just so hard to find now. I mean, you could walk into Sportsman's Warehouse and get a box of 1,000 primers for $35, and my grandfather had to go to New Hampshire just to find me a box of CCIs, and they were about $200.
Right.
So for us, it's really hard to get primers and any of those components. They're so hard.
Yeah. Powder too. I know whatever Hodgdon is doing. I know that they've got their big Army contracts as well, but think of the little guy too. Right. I like to go spend a bunch of money on the weekends shooting guns. So.
For sure.
So what kind of glass do you have on there? Just a homemade, like you just went to the warehouse and just kind of couple lenses here, couple lenses there. Johnny Cash, one piece at a time.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's all taped on. I mean, I don't use very unprecise. No, I
half of a night vision tube over here.
Exactly. Exactly. It tells me where to go. No, so I've got a Vortex Razor Gen 2 on top of mine.
Nice.
I really like them now. The only gripe I've been having with Vortex, and I've got Vortex on all my rifles. Their Christmas tree reticle or their 7C reticle. I've got a floater in this eye. So every time I'm focusing on that center dot, trying to put it on target, that fucking thing goes right towards that center dot. So I've been looking elsewhere. I've looked at some of the Leupold, like the Mark Vs. I've looked at some of the Night Forces, but I mean, I do really like Vortex. I do really like them, but it's also, do I want to go through the effort of trying to sell 3 scopes just to get one Night Force?
Yeah, right. Kind of a different league too.
Yeah, exactly.
But,